Welcome everybody. This is Angelo and Jonathan from Talk Tactic. We're here at the Hoover Dam and we wanted to talk to you guys about a few things that we picked up at the High Status Summit that might benefit some of the young men watching this video. And one of the concepts that we learned was closing the gap. Can you explain to us what that is, Johnny?
Yeah, so we're talking about closing the gap, and as you can see behind us, the Hoover Dam, on one side you have this side of the river, and then on the other side you have the other, and that the Hoover Dam closes that gap.
Between Nevada and Arizona.
Exactly. So in this conference we learned about closing the gap, and the idea is that when you have new information, there is a point in time where new information is presented to you, and then there's an interval of time where you have that new information, and then at another point in time you take action on that new information that you learned. So there's a gap, there's an interval there that needs to be closed, and the point is closing the gap so that that interval of time is as close to zero as possible, just like this Hoover Dam behind us. So that's the idea of closing the gap.
Yeah, I wanted to say something.
Okay.
So some of you might have heard this idea before in the 5-second rule. And basically it's like when you see something or when you think of something, you should act on it. So like, for example, a lot of young men might go, hey, there's a pretty girl, I want to talk to her. And they go, should I? Or I don't know. Or do I have the right shoes on? Or whatever the excuse might be. The longer you hesitate, the less likely you are to actually go through with the action. So it could be on anything. And a lot of times, like when we're trying to do things like say, hey, you know what, I got an idea, I want to write a book, and you don't write it down and you don't start making an action plan on it, then it's a lot less likely that you're going to go through with it. So you want to bridge that gap between the idea and the time of action. And it's taking action that is fundamental when it comes to doing things to change your life up. You know, we talk a lot here on Talk Tactic about the 3 basic building blocks, and one of those is making choices. And when you get the idea, and then you got to make a choice to do it. And the longer that idea and that choice are separated, the less likely you are to actually go through and accomplish it. So, anything else you want to add to that?
Oh, that's good. Thank you guys for tuning in, and this is a beautiful place. If you get a chance, definitely come out here, take action on that as soon as possible, and we will see you guys later.